So yesterday it was announced that Malik Beasley, NBA player Malik Beasley, is being investigated by the U.S. District Attorney's Office, on allegations of gambling and sports props betting. The news was broken out by none other than Shams, and here it is right here. And honestly, this is just getting so sad and annoying, because unfortunately, this isn't the first case of something like this coming up. In fact, over the last couple of years, there have been a few players like Terry Rozier, who I think is still currently under investigation. But what makes Malik Beasley's case so interesting and fascinating is that he also kind of has done things publicly online, I think on Twitter specifically, that have also made it even more obvious that he had some money on these games, or himself or his team. Speaking of online, there have been plenty of people calling out Malik and some of the weird stuff that he did on the court that could now be explained because he had some bets going on. This from Hater Report, where Malik Beasley's going coast to coast with 5 seconds left to cut the lead from 9 to 7. The spread was plus 8.5, and Malik put this effort. We're going to see it again now in this replay because I think it kind of caught up at the end there. We're going to see what happens here. So we got Batum shooting these free throws. He makes it. And 5 seconds left. The game is done. Like, they're down by, and I mean, Malik is just sprinting to get, why else would he possibly do that when the game is over? Yeah, that seems a little bit weird. I mean, there's a video here of Tyrese Halliburton completely blowing over Malik Beasley. I mean, I don't know if he just was that bad on defense or if he needed Tyrese to score. Who knows? But that is just pathetic defensive effort. Here we have Malik Beasley's last actual play in Detroit. I'm curious to see what happens here that looks weird. Okay, so he turns the ball over. Now, not sure if, you know what? Maybe this is just how bad it was for his last play. Oh, no, hang on. We still got more. No, they ended up losing. Now, here's what I was alluding to earlier. So this is a tweet I remember seeing. I'm not sure if it's still on Twitter. I'm going to look it up in just a second. But Malik Beasley randomly tweeted at Anthony Edwards and said, like, hey, man, you got to get 7 threes to beat me tonight. It was such a random tweet. I'm going to see if I can find it real quick. Oh, you know what? Okay, so looking at it here, it seems, at least this is what was, kind of reported, was that, Malik was hoping that Ant wouldn't pass him up in three-pointers made. Like I said, Malik Beasley was doing very good in terms of threes, and I guess Ant did end up beating him. So maybe that is something who knows at this point. So, okay, now that we got all of that out of the way, what really upsets me about Malik Beasley specifically is that this man has made almost $60 million in career earnings. $60 million. Even if you want to take into account stuff like taxes and fees towards your agents or whatever the case may be, this dude still has millions of dollars in his bank account. There's no chance that he doesn't. By the very definition of it, Malik Beasley is a millionaire. So why on earth does he care so much about betting? I mean, man, I get it. Like, this is a whole different discussion about sports betting in general. Sports betting has kind of become this thing where it is really fun to do, in spades, in spurts, right? And, not doing too much is kind of like having a little bit of adrenaline, nothing super crazy. But there's no doubt in my mind that there are absolutely people out there that are addicted to gambling and sports betting in general, which is why it is a little bit weird that all these big sports networks like ESPN, Fox Sports, so on and so forth, are constantly pushing these different gambling sites like DraftKings and FanDuel and showcasing, like, I don't know, Stephen A. Smith's, sports betting thing that he's doing, or like, what his picks are. Because what that does is that it entices other people to do the same. And once people start doing it, sometimes more often than not, they're going to get hooked to it and want to keep doing it until inevitably they start putting in too much money and start losing too much money. But when you've got the actual athletes doing it, guys who, more or less can have more control in the bets depending on what they do. Like, again, Malik Beasley could look at his odds specifically on these apps and say, like, oh, I could hit like 3 threes today. Oh, I can get like 15 points, or maybe I need to get under 15 points, or whatever the case may be. Maybe I'll just like keep it at that. Like, it's sick. It really is sick. And just to clarify, not like the good sick, like it's bad. It's bad. We'll see how long this investigation goes, but it just isn't looking good. And I really think that, we need to like kind of put some caps on this or something. Let me know in the comments what you think about all this. And until next time, peace.